All right, welcome back, Focus Learners. Today we are tackling a topic that has literally sent thousands of homeowners into absolute shock. We're uncovering the hidden economics behind the astronomical sticker price of a 2026 Los Angeles bathroom renovation. Look, if you've even thought about picking up a sledgehammer or calling a contractor recently, this explainer is exactly what you need to protect your wallet and, honestly, your sanity.
Okay, let's dive into this. $58,500. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's got to be the price tag for some massive, sprawling luxury spa retreat up in the Hollywood Hills, right? Wrong. That is the 2026 median cost for a standard 5 by 8 foot Los Angeles bathroom. Just let that sink in for a second. It's a staggering figure. Right now, you're probably wondering how a space basically the size of a walk-in closet can cost the same as a brand new luxury car.
Well, to ease your mind a bit, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to systematically unpack this by starting with the LA sticker shock, then breaking down the bill, examining the local cost premium, followed by beware the budget busters, and finally wrapping things up with mastering your remodel.
Let's jump right into Section 1, the LA sticker shock and the 3 pricing tiers.
So, the costs basically break down into 3 very distinct tiers. First up is the basic tier, running anywhere from $22,000 to $38,000. But don't be fooled, this is pretty much just a cosmetic refresh. We're talking fresh paint, a prefabricated vanity, and maybe reglazing an existing tub. The plumbing and electrical layouts, those don't change at all. For a true gut renovation in a single-family home, you land strictly in the mid-range tier, which is $45,000 to $75,000. Or you enter the premium tier. That starts at $80,000 and can easily blow right past $150,000 if you're relocating walls, putting in a fancy walk-in steam shower, or bringing in custom cabinetry.
Moving right along to Section 2, breaking down the bill with what we call the iceberg model.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that massive 40% slice right there, labor. I mean, it completely dwarfs the beautiful finishes you actually touch and interact with every day. Cabinetry and vanities make up 18%, tile and surfaces sit at 15%, and plumbing fixtures like the actual tub, the shower head, the sink, those are just 12%. This data absolutely proves the iceberg model narrative. The vast majority of your renovation budget goes straight to the hidden elements beneath the surface, which is heavily driven by the time and the sheer expertise required to put it all together.
This brilliantly illustrates the exact psychological tug-of-war homeowners face during a remodel. On one hand, you've got your visible costs, the gorgeous tile, the brass fixtures, the designer paint, the custom cabinetry, the things you actually daydream about. But on the other hand, you have the hidden costs, things like skilled labor, highly engineered waterproofing systems, and crucial electrical upgrades. You aren't just buying nice vanity tops here. You're paying heavily for the essential below-the-surface infrastructure that ensures your home is actually safe and up to code.
So why the huge markup? That brings us to Section 3, the local cost premium, and exactly why LA is just different.
There are 3 main culprits driving this LA premium. Number 1, High Department of Industrial Relations, or DIR, prevailing wage labor rates. Out here, a licensed plumber can easily bill up to $180 an hour. And trust me, electricians aren't far behind. Number 2, strict regulations from the Los Angeles Department of Building and Safety, the LADBS. We're talking intense seismic codes and Title 24 energy efficiency standards. That means mandatory, costly upgrades like specific ventilation systems and LED vacancy sensors. And number 3, constrained neighborhood logistics. If your contractor is working in a dense, packed area like Santa Monica or Sherman Oaks, they're dealing with terrible street parking, highly limited work hours, and nightmare traffic just to haul away debris. All that extra overhead? Yep, it gets passed directly into your project cost.
Let's ground those abstract numbers with some real-world 2026 anecdotes. In Sherman Oaks, a $61,500 remodel was driven way up simply because they had to completely replace the original cast iron pipes. Over in Eagle Rock, a $74,000 project required cistern joists, which is basically adding costly structural support beams right next to the old ones just to handle the sheer weight of a new cast iron tub. Plus, they needed extensive rewiring to get up to modern code. Even a pretty straightforward $48,000 guest bathroom in Mar Vista required full LADBS permits and a highly specific Title 24 compliant exhaust fan. The reality is, older homes in LA just demand unseen infrastructural upgrades. There's no way around it.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 4. Beware the budget busters, or as I like to call them, the hidden money pits.
Contractors, they'll often omit these severely underestimated line items from their preliminary bids just to make them look a bit more attractive. Take waterproofing, for instance. Modern reliable systems like Schluter Carity are absolutely incredible, but they're going to cost you $2,500 to $5,000 just to prep the substrate and protect against moisture. Plumbing relocation, if you suddenly decide, hey, I want the toilet just 3 feet to the left, be prepared to pay $3,500 to $8,000 for the privilege of opening up floors, rerouting drains, and reventing. Unexpected structural issues, or let's be real, pest remediation, can easily hit $10,000 if you open a wall and find dry rot or termites. Even just demolishing the old bathroom and properly hauling the debris away costs up to $4,000 in Los Angeles.
But look, the absolute biggest budget buster of them all, scope creep. This means adding to the project after the work has already begun. It sounds innocent enough, right? Deciding to add heated floors once the old tile is ripped up, or maybe changing your tile order midstream. But doing this creates an absolute cascade of costly change orders. It triggers compounding labor and material penalties that will completely derail your timeline and blow up your budget.
All right, final section. Section 5, mastering your remodel and building your defensive playbook.
Here is your 3-step defensive playbook. Step 1. Budget a 10 to 15% contingency. The National Association of Home Builders actually recommends this specifically for those unforeseen conditions hidden behind the walls of older homes. Step 2. Demand a 14-point itemized scope of work. A low bid is very often just an incomplete bid. If demolition, dust control, or waterproofing isn't explicitly listed out line by line, you are inevitably going to pay for it later as an add-on. And step 3, secure all LADBS permits. So the crucial point is, skipping permits to save a few bucks up front is a guaranteed fast track to work stoppage orders and massive fines down the road.
This entire journey is perfectly summarized by a striking quote right from our source data. A successful project hinges on accepting that 2/3 of the budget goes to what you don't see. I mean, wow, that is the entire iceberg narrative captured in one single powerful sentence.
So, I want to leave you with one final thought-provoking question. Are you willing to pay for what you can't see to protect what you can? It's a tough pill to swallow when you first look at those initial sticker prices, but understanding the true economics of home renovation is literally the only way to ensure a durable, safe, and beautifully compliant outcome. Thank you so much for diving into the numbers with me today on this explainer. Focused learners, keep learning, keep planning, and I'll see you on the next one.